Hello, Peter. Might as well just do that for now. You can drop off any time, Alan. It's okay. I left the link out in the. Hello, Peter. Oops, whoops. Don't want that. We don't want it feeding back through the YouTube. That's for sure. I'm loud on YouTube. Yeah, I'm loud. Yeah, I'm loud on YouTube. Plus, I had the volume up high, and it sounded all right. So yeah, I might move my camera down, and if I can put my camera closer to the monitor, because the camera's microphone's got a different sound than my headset microphone. So I'll have a look at that again one day. And it's not hard to change the setting for that. I think we did that once before. Yeah, you're fine. You're not crackly or nothing. Yeah. Oh, okay. And you don't have a sound card, do you, for your computer? Yeah, the built-in. Yeah, you got it built in on the motherboard, but you haven't got a separate sound card. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. Okay, they're saying they can't hear us out there. Peter says we can't hear Alan and Terry. Can't hear Alan and Terry. That's weird. No, I could hear you perfectly. Yeah, I don't know. I'm lighting up in OBS, and you're lighting up in OBS, so it must be going out perfectly. Oh no, you're hitting good out there. Yeah, I don't know. I'm lighting up in OBS, and you're lighting up. Yeah, I'm just checking my YouTube stream to see if I hear you. Yeah, I hear you in here, but I'm not hearing you out in YouTube. Oh no, you're hitting good out there. Yeah, I don't know. I'm lighting. Yeah, you're not coming through YouTube for some reason. Why aren't you coming out in YouTube? That's weird. Yeah, I just put YouTube on and I can hear me, but I can't hear you. Oh no, you're hitting good out there. Yeah, I don't know. I'm lighting. Yeah, yeah, they can hear me, but they can't hear you. John, you still there? Beth calling John. John's muted. Oh no, he's there. He is. Yeah, we're just checking to see if YouTube hear you because they can't hear Alan for some reason. Um, would that be B1? Try that. Try that again, guys.
Can you all hear Alan now, Peter?
Would that be B1? Try that. Try that again, guys.
Can you all hear Alan now, Peter? I can hear me now, coming back through. So
yeah. The B1 was turned off. Would that be B1? Try that. Try that again, guys. I know it sounded a bit echoey for some reason.
Well, of course it sounded echoey, Terry. You got feedback.
I knew there was something, Alan. I just thought I'd say it. Hey, you got to give the YouTube something to listen to, Alan.
Oh, I know. Oh, I can't believe that. I can't believe that a dozen people sat and listened to a couple of blokes chatting shit for 3 hours this morning.
Okay.
Oh,
Peter's saying he
yesterday morning.
Peter said he heard a little echo, so that might have been the echo when I had the YouTube playing on my end.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Is that what it was, Peter? Is it all right now? We'll do a Lindsay as well, and the stream is coming. Yeah, that's what I was doing, Peter. Okay, we might have a Lindsay to test the sound with. As long as Lindsay doesn't break the sound settings, we'll be right. Have we got any viewers watching?
5 watching now, but I'm one, you're one,
I'm one.
Peter's one. So there's. There may be one other person than Peter.
Johnny, you got the live stream going too?
Yeah, mate. All good.
What are you doing? You're moving furniture, John.
I'm on a backup PC. It's all I've got to work out my bloody buttons now.
Okay, Peter's saying no, still an echo. Okay, where would the echo? Yeah, where's the echo? Where's an echo coming from? When I light up in OBS, I'm lighting up at B2 mic audio, and I'm lighting up also on B1 audio.
Well, of course, because you've got going through Discord too, aren't you?
Yeah.
I think you need to be. You need to mute yours. You need to.
You think I need to mute in Discord for now?
You can't. Yeah, you can't.
It usually doesn't echo through Discord. I wonder which settings. Yeah, there's just one little setting somewhere in one of the sound ones that's just not quite right. Because I don't remember using auxiliary in Discord. I'd use default and one of the outputs, and then I always just change one of the inputs when I go to Zoom. But I don't remember it being auxiliary. Well, it may have been, but I just don't remember. Because we don't usually get an echo back through. Well, John's muted and deafened himself in Discord, so there's no way of him echoing through. I can't come in because all the watchers can't be on the panel. Hey Peter, I'm watching it too, Peter.
Why can't all the watchers be on the panel, Peter? That usually works best when all the watchers are on the panel.
Yeah, and are we still getting echo out there from someone? From me or from Alan or from John?
Or from everyone?
1, 2, 3, ABC.
I wonder if it's
John, because John's got a temporary sound computer set up or something, maybe.
Okay, I'll grab a ducky.
Terry, muting
muting. You want me to?
Discord.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you mute in Discord and see what happens.
Okay. Discord mute. Right, now I've muted myself in Discord. We'll see if that's.
Does that sound better?
I don't know. We'll have to wait till we get it back, feedback out into the YouTube.
I think it's you mostly. That one. Bob says that one. And look, you need to give Bob a spanner.
Oh, Bob, where'd your spanner go, Bob? You lost your spanner, Bob. How'd you lose your spanner? There you go, Bob. I found your spanner. John has clean sound. Something has clean sound. Just Terry, a little echo, almost a little bit of a delay. It's echoey, but it's tolerable. Same. Still there. So somehow there's an echo still there. And I've already got myself muted in Discord. So I wonder where that'd be. I must have peed you off. No, Bob, why would I do that? Quick, I boot him. You know, you got your spanner, Bob. Peter can't boot you now. Research flat moon. You don't think that's in Zoom, Alan? Do you think that's somewhere else, the problem? Because I've muted in Discord.
Yeah, just you know, whichever one of the outputs isn't. I think you need to stop the B2 into B1 one. That might help in banana.
I can turn B1 off. Okay. Turn B1 off, which is feeding the auxiliary side. And see what happens there. Still getting sound through OBS. I'm still coming through Zoom. Okay. And just wait for the YouTube chat to catch up. Move that out of the way. Yep. Check if you have two mic feeding OBS. Well, it does light up too. B1 and B2 lights up.
Yeah. No. Peter's actually talking about make sure you haven't got in banana. You've got two microphone inputs, haven't you? I don't think you've even got the second one connected to it.
No, I've only got one. So they're still getting echo even though I've disconnected the B1 on the auxiliary side of banana? On the B2 side?
I'm sure they'll tell us in a moment.
Because we haven't even got to check to see if the video works yet, Alan. The sound.
Why am I only getting 360? That's better. Oh, of course, it's it's early in the. Oh God, it's bloody daylight outside again already. Yeah, as in headset and webcam, but I don't think you've got your. I can't remember if you had the webcam audio set up into thingy.
I heard somebody from Discord. So Bob's in Discord at the moment, Alan.
Dr. Bob is definitely in Discord.
Yeah, I just heard Bob in Discord.
But we can't hear him because you've muted.
I've muted. Yeah, I'm muted. Yeah, I've muted myself in Discord, Bob. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just trying to, I don't know, I'm just trying to get me settings back how I had them before, but there's been a few things being fiddled with on here, not from me, but I'm just trying to get everything back the way it should be, how we have it. Yeah, that's the voice, yeah, that's me voice thing for Discord, yeah. But I'm in Zoom, Zoom. We're in Zoom at the moment. Yeah, it's down in your special place. Scroll down to the Oz Squad in the special place. Okay. Renee Me, your voice is doubling up on YouTube. Yeah. One setting somewhere is not matching the other.
Terry, in Potato.
Yeah.
You've got your microphone on the left, which is not muted.
Yeah.
Are the other microphones showing as muted?
What you talking about hardware input 2 and 3 or somewhere else in here?
Yeah, the hardware inputs 2 and 3.
2's muted, but not 3.
Well, mute both of them.
Okay.
Mute both of them just in case there's pickup through it for some reason.
Through there. Okay.
Bob, down the special place, click on that, not down, crikey, mate.
It should say where the Oz. Oh, you might not have a look to see if you've got the role. Where's your roles? Oh, no wonder you didn't have the role. That's all. Next time you got the role. Next time you got the role, you can go down into the special place. It's in the Oz Squad. That's where usually I put the thing. Oh. Sorry about that, Bob. I didn't check that. Okay. This is weird. Oh, where are we? All over the place here. Get that sorted. Alright. Oh, there's Mr. Bob, the science man.
Yeah, you've got no echo in here.
Yeah, it's fine in here. Just somewhere in my banana or the Zoom or because I've muted myself in Discord. Because all I have to do for when I live stream is just change one thing in Discord, and then I can keep myself or other people in Discord while we're streaming live, and everything works out okay. And there's no echoes or nothing. So there's just one setting that's not matching somewhere. And I've gone back to all my default saved things that I've had. So, oh, you got the live star tracker going.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
That's the Sombrero Galaxy.
Wow.
I just thought I'd give you something to look at while we were doing it.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I think they'd like it out there. The couple of people that are watching. Well, this was an impromptu stream because I'm live now. I'm allowed to live stream again. I thought, oh, I better just go and check all my settings and work out where I'm at. But the guy was fiddling with my computer the other day, and a couple of things are not right. And Alan's meant to have gone to bed. I wasn't expecting him to be helping me.
Well, I fell asleep early watching TV, and then I woke up at 3 in the morning and went, so I go to bed. And then I saw Terry had been trying to stream, and had streamed, and had accidentally streamed on my channel. And I thought I better grab hold of him on Discord and berate him for accidentally streaming on my channel, even though I left Terry with my default stream key.
Yeah, so if everyone leaves me with their default stream key, I could stream on anyone's channel. And they go, hey, what are you streaming on my channel?
Yeah, giving people your default stream key is usually a bad idea.
Yeah, so the only problem is if we've got an echo out there from me. That's... Well, while we're at that... okay, yeah. Somehow it's... Yeah, so it's not Discord. Definitely not Discord. I wonder if it... Output, input, Zoom. And you're definitely saying there shouldn't be any auxiliaries playing in Zoom. Yeah, let's weird that. Oh, John's back. Speakers, microphone, hardware out, speakers.
I'm dealing with a lot of clouds going overhead right now, so I can't see anything.
Oh no.
That's what I'm seeing. That's why it's not stacking.
Oh dear.
But you know, the cool thing about this is you just kind of fire and forget it. And if it gets, these are 1 minute exposures.
Mm.
So if it gets a full minute in, it'll line it up and work it. And there are no darks and there are no flats.
Mm.
But that's not a bad thing with a 10-inch mead, man. That's a nice picture of the Sombrero Galaxy, and it's not even done yet. It's not processed either. I mean, other than it's being stacked. I'm stacking 1 minute subs, and I'm going to get 20 of them.
And from the naked eye, that'd be just like a normal star to us, just a dot.
Well, what most galaxies look like are little fuzzies, as opposed to, stars are round.
Yeah.
And pinpoints of light. This is a fuzzy.
Right.
But I was just doing a little crap tonight, just playing around with it a little bit. We're starting to get into galaxy season, and that's good. I've got another telescope on the way, and that'll be for tracking satellites. I basically have a very similar setup to what Wolfie has. It's an 80 millimeter telescope, and you know, the software and everything will use an ASCOM mount and track satellites with it. So it's pretty flippin' cool. But I'm learning how to do this stuff, you know, learning about the histograms and stuff, and I'm starting to get some really impressive looking images. That's a dust mote on
Yeah, I was
one of the
wondering what
mirrors
that
or
was.
something. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
dust on the mirror.
Yeah,
I'm having a problem with water in the tube right now too, because the scope's outside and covered, but it's wet out there, and I'm going to have to bring it in and just let it dry out for a week or so. I don't want to get fungus on the lenses.
Definitely.
Definitely not.
No.
One question for you: have you ever tried using dew heaters
What are those?
to warm the to warm the lens or the
Oh, dew
telescope
heaters.
up?
Dew heaters.
Yeah, dew heaters.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've got one on it.
Okay. They are effective then, yeah.
Oh yes, very.
Okay. I guess I shall be investing in one of those very soon then.
Yeah, you can get, there's two different styles you can get. One is a band that just kind of goes around the tube, and the other one is a dew shield and dew heater combination.
Yeah, I mean this is mostly going to be for wide field for just for the
Yeah,
for the
you
DSLR.
can get. Yeah, they're cheap.
Yeah, they're not expensive, so it seems like a reasonably good investment to pick one up.
Well, the biggest problem you run into is a lot of them are 12 volts, so you got to buy the power source for them. You know, there's a couple of things. I got Sean Hawkins' old stuff, and I'm going to take his mount and I'm going to mount my camera on it. And, you know, that'll be my wide field because I've got a camera with a 300 millimeter lens on it. It's a 70 to 300 millimeter lens. And of course, I've got some smaller wide field ones too for, you know, big objects, but that 300 millimeter lens will let me look at Andromeda and things like that. And nebulae.
Yeah.
But with a German equatorial mount and computer control, I mean, that'll be pretty flippin' awesome. You know, for just basically photography, is just glorified photography with a good mount.
Jared's out there. Fun.
Yeah. Still too grainy. I've got to use too high of a gain setting. You know, I'm on a gain of 500 right now, even with 1 minute images.
Well, of course, that's the whole reason why you integrate a lot of them together, isn't it? Because that way
but you see, I've only been able to stack 15 out of 75 images.
Oh, look what you've done now. Your woke blew up now.
Did we woke blew up? Oh, damn.
You're talking too loud, Bob.
I am. I'm trying. I'm just naturally loud. It's my command voice.
Oh Does my system have multiple microphones connected? Not physically, no. I wonder if it's the webcam microphone's on or something. Oh no. Would that have anything to do with it? If I check.
Well, that's why I said make sure in potato, in banana, you had the other hardware inputs muted.
Yeah.
Just in case it was trying to pick it.
In
case it was trying to pick it up.
Pick it up, yeah. Yeah, because hardware input 2 is where my microphone for the webcam's in, and that was muted. But hardware 3 wasn't, so.
Good luck with you guys. I'm going to get on out of here. I'm probably going to go to bed here pretty quick.
Okay, Bob.
Yeah.
Take care. Good night, guys.
Thanks, mate.
Good night, Bob.
Oh, we've got a bit of Bob's telescope imagery, so that's cool. I'm echoing. Interesting.
But I'm not. That's the weird thing.
Yeah, you guys aren't echoing, but
it's
which setting has been.
I'm
And I'm muted in Discord, so it can't be Discord.
Can you screen share your OBS window?
Share screen.
I don't know if you want to show it to everybody out there, but
there's nothing to see there. There's no person.
Oh no, that's right. You're not gonna.
I can't see how anything in OBS would have got changed unless there's something in OBS.
Oh, I can see what your problem is. Mute the B2 mic audio.
Right, that one. Yeah.
That might help.
Okay, I've always thought that, well, that's what I was saying to you. I said B1 and B2 mic audio are going. I wonder what the B2 was for then. I thought it was B1 that I muted because my B2's my mic audio that I wrote there for. You said to write that on there.
Yeah. But it's like
Okay.
You shouldn't have you want to avoid having both on. Is that no more echo?
Okay, no more echo. Thanks, Joe.
That's why we couldn't hear it, but they could, because basically it's picking up.
So something's changed in the settings from the B2 side where I normally have my mic coming through on there.
Yeah, well, that's because wow.
That's definitely weird. Because that's how we set it all up. So we had desktop audio, B2 and B1. B1 was, I don't know what the B1 was for, why it's still there. But I wrote the B2 as my mic audio, and that's what we had as mic audio. And desktop audio is for the YouTube video. If I unmute that.
Yeah, if you share a video, that should
still work.
Through.
Yeah.
There.
But now, why am I having a problem with the B2 where it was normally my mic setting?
Oh, because you got it the other way round.
Oh, something's got the wrong way around.
Yeah, it's like it's
It's like as if you've got your DVD player over here and your other machine over there, and you've swapped them around. You've swapped the wires over.
Yeah, you've swapped the wires over. So you have to have one or the other muted. Actually, it wouldn't, because B1 and B2 both go through. You could probably get away with muting B1 and leaving B2 open. It was just like, I'm pretty sure if you swap B1, in OBS, if you now muted B1 and unmuted B2, it would still be fine as well.
Okay, well I've muted B2, which is the auxiliary side.
So that's fine. Just leave it alone. Don't break it again.
Yeah.
Follow Blue's advice.
Well, I didn't break it. This is how it came back to me from the shop when he was fiddling with the video card. Now everything's all over the place. Well, I'll play a Lindsay for now just to check to see if that's working.
Oh, come on! We need somebody else in here other than.
Well, you're going to be nodding off any second, do you reckon?
Well, I don't know. That's the problem. Yeah, sorry I didn't turn up for VGW, Jared, but I was actually asleep for most of that and just woke up as you were finishing.
If you're looking for foul language, you have to jump onto my channel.
Yeah. Well, what do you expect when you get a bunch of veterans together? So you're going to make me watch a Lindsay, are you?
Well, it's only for the sound settings on that side. Yeah, we're going to have to sort out the OBS thing later.
Yeah. So it's got to be a Lindsay, has it?
Well, it doesn't got to be. Majority rules around here.
No.
I'm gonna have a quick look to see what.
Oh,
Well, I've just wanted some
God,
stupid. I just want to play some stupid, or something
go
similar.
on then, play some Lindsay, because that is the stupidest stupid I can think of.
We've got, where's Wally? Ranty.
I miss Tasty being drunk. Well, he did just pass A school, didn't he? Sorry, I'm talking to Jared now.
Yeah, I see that.
I mean, if you just passed A school, that is a good excuse for getting properly pissed.
Got Everett Anderson, Flat Earth Explanations for Things Disappearing Bottom First, Volume 8.
No, let's just go with some completely brain bending.
And I don't do sovereign citizen stuff, really. I'm still getting... Oh, shit, now I'm getting something else popping up. Where's all this stuff coming from? Anyway. Back to there. Okay, where's Lindsay? Where do you go? Okay, there. There. So I can do all this stuff pretty easily. I've learnt all this, but the sound settings are screwing me over. Okay, everybody got that?
If you want to transition from the spinning ball BS to the
Now we should be getting sound
reality of flat Earth,
out there for
this
that.
is where you come. It's looking
If I'm
down on the
talking
flat
while
Earth.
that sound's on,
These
there
are the
shouldn't be
magnetic
any
field
echo
lines.
or,
If we could see the magnetic
or
field,
anything.
if we could get above Earth, that's what it would look like.
So that should be
Each
right.
one of these magnetic fields represents one of these. They're equal.
And Renee and me came in without any
as an
microphone.
ISO.
Well, that's a bit useless, Renee me.
And tropos. Tropos being
Jared's off to bed. Too many.
change and turn as it goes
Keeping
across
you up.
the Earth and changes.
Normally
goes down
sleep
through the
schedule.
Earth,
Yeah, well, you should have that.
through the tropics, changes.
Can't hear
through the
it
Earth and
yet.
negative, and
Oh,
comes
but
back up
should be able to
again.
hear it now. Just
Continue
wait for
the
the
cycle.
delay.
It's
Yeah.
the high and low
Did
pressures.
you forget to unmute it?
High
No, I
pressures in the
just
Arctics,
thought I'd wait till somebody
low pressure
say
in the
that they
tropics.
couldn't hear
That's
it.
the attraction. That's the magnetic attraction.
Because I couldn't
That's
see it
north and
coming up
south.
on the
There's no
OBS,
north
and
and
I'm
south
going,
on the
okay,
top
I
of the ball
I
and the
definitely
bottom
have
of
it
the
muted
ball.
there, so they
Spinning
shouldn't
ball.
be able to
That's
hear it.
Absolute 100% BS. That's not how
Got
magnet
it.
works.
All good.
A compass. The compass, if you're in the south, you follow these lines here. You'll do a trip in this direction. And then you've got to cross over here, and then you start going back around in that direction. So basically you've got a south and a north here. Then you get to here, over this way, you've got a north there and a south here. That's how it works.
Well, hang on. He
Hack,
just said,
hack,
what?
yeah, I know. I'm trying to, how can you have a south there? South is,
So he's got. So basically, he's got a north-south pair of poles congruent with each other at the equator, or something. And they're not really poles; they're toroids.
yeah, it's not really a pole. Well, what's it over on the other side of his donut, up the top? That's south as well, is it? But everywhere's south, but just only one central north.
I believe everywhere that isn't the North Pole is a well, the South Pole is apparently a toroid that's now, of course, the problem you have to remember is that the South Magnetic Pole isn't even under Antarctica. I believe it's actually slightly off Antarctica, under the sea. So it's not even like...
Okay.
Now, so this is a slice through the Earth. This is what it looks like. Everything happens in here. All our celestial bodies, our creation is all created in here that we cannot get to. Directly above the Arctic Circle,
we can't get there.
a place called inaccessibility.
Oh.
No one's ever been to. You can't get there because of a
No,
magnetic
can't get
field.
there. We've never been
We're
there.
held in into this.
If no one's
know-
ever been there and we can't get to it, how do you know it's there?
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure at least at least one US submarine has been there, and at least one Soviet Union of Soviet Socialist Republics sub has been there, plus some Russian subs since the fall of the USSR. So, you know, plus all the people who've walked across the ice to get there.
Didn't even Top Gear drive across there?
They didn't go to the geographic pole.
Oh.
They, I think, went to the North Pole. Because remember how I said the South Magnetic Pole isn't under Antarctica; it's in the sea off Antarctica.
Yeah.
That also means that the Northern Pole is also quite a long way south, essentially. So I believe the North Magnetic Pole is somewhere between kind of Greenland and bits of Canada.
Yeah, that's where I thought it was, near Greenland somewhere. Oh, in that direction. Yeah.
Yeah, but see, there are multiple poles because there's the geographic North Pole and South Pole. There's the magnetic North and South poles, and there are also what they call the poles of inaccessibility. And the poles of inaccessibility are essentially the spots that are the furthest from anywhere, essentially.
Okay.
At north and south.
Yeah.
Magnetic
and I think
field.
that's why he's calling it inaccessible.
Ah.
Because he's heard that pole of inaccessibility crap and run with that.
Yeah. Cherry picked a word that suits his narrative. Yeah.
We're basically halos of light ourselves, fractals of the sun, light beings. We cannot get out of this field. You go this way, it's too hard. You eventually just die.
Look.
You can't get in there, you'll die. You can't just fly up there without any protective gear, you'll die. You definitely can't get out.
If nothing else, you have to admit at least he draws fairly well.
And this is
you think?
what the Egyptians are showing us with the pyramids. the planets on their elliptic planes, their own streets. Mercury and Venus within the view of the sun, between us and the sun, because they're close. We see them pass in front of the sun. We don't see them out here because they're way out past the sun.
What about the planets outside of Saturn? You know, them ones what we've found since we've invented clever stuff like, I don't know, telescopes.
I don't think he's really mentioned anything about on the other side of the sun. Or not. I have to pick up on that one.
If we look down through here at the planets and the sun, this is the sun.
Oh, John's coming
That
back
is the
again.
breastplate, which is the Milky
Bit of a
Way.
yo-yo
Because
today,
it's the
John.
Milky Way, because the Milky Way is vertical in there, and the sun is tucked into the Milky Way. The sun does not shine that way. Science has you thinking the sun shines in all these directions, and we rotate around the sun as the days and seasons change. 100% rubbish. That's the sun tucked in the Milky Way, and it turns. And that's our 24-hour day, as it does a full rotation of 360. This is what they're calling inferior. This is like Venus, and we're seeing it lining up between us and the sun. We don't see it, of course, because it's during broad daylight. So we don't see it phasing during the day, we don't see it phasing at night, because at night time it phases neutral. You don't see it when it gets around that side. We don't see it during the day. All we see is just before sundown, or just after sundown, and just before sun up. That's how it works. The sun moves quicker than all the other celestial bodies. It moves around. The Venus and the sun basically move pretty well together, but the sun is that little bit quicker.
Yeah, I think Fred picked up on that point. Yeah, the sun only shines in one direction.
Sky when the sun's gone down.
Yeah.
Or coming up.
Oh, he said something about there being a black hole behind it to stop it shining out the other side.
Yeah. Yeah, the dark side of the sun, wasn't it?
Yeah, the dark side. Yeah, well, because that's the only way you can have the. I don't know. It hurts my head. As I keep saying, Lindsay is so practically not even correct that I've given up trying to even work it out sometimes because it's just too hard.
Yeah.
Just before the sun's arrived, because that's when the sun is now catching up to it again. And that's what happens to all the celestial bodies. The sun catches up to them. They're not going fast in the sun like science tells you. Now, understanding the planets. Now we have to understand all this. If you want to understand flat Earth, you've got to understand what's really happening. Down here in the physical world, that's one half. There's two halves to everything, two sides to a coin. You've got a physical world down here and non-physical up here. So what we have is a non-physical forming a physical skin. Down here we are physical having a non-physical halo, basically. We have an after
I don't know if he was confusing himself more than he was confusing me.
horizon, a halo around us.
Come on, he makes up as he goes along.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to work out where he was going to go there when he was going non-physical down there, but physical there, but non-physical up there, and then
It's invisible. We're physical, that's invisible. Up here with the planets, they're invisible till they get the halo around them, like a skin. So they're all hollow, they're basically invisible. They come from in here, we don't see anything in there anyway, but they come into, but they're all reflected, they're all projected into our realm, where we see them in the night sky.
Fred said, still
It's
not
to
the
do with
dumbest thing I've
atmospheric
heard. That.
layers, pressure, and density. Frequencies is light. That's when they start forming
God, I
their
wish they would
halos.
stop saying the
You'll
word
see them, they'll
frequency.
phase in and out.
And phase,
Neutral,
because like,
positive.
you know, he doesn't understand what that means
So
either.
imagine just like the moon. There's nothing. The moon's nothing. It phases out when it goes in the face of the sun. But when it's
The moon's nothing and it phases out. What does he mean? It phases out like it disappears, like phasing out.
Yeah, I think that's what he's, well, because, you know, yeah, because of the way we define the word phase, the moon has phases, but
But not phasing as in it phases out, as in disappears.
no, the way it sounds like he's using the word phasing here, or phase, makes it sound like he's more trying to use. But there again, you see, it's difficult because, like, yeah, because the moon goes through a 27.5 day cycle. You can use the term phase, but it doesn't make a lot of sense because you can't shift the phase in relation to the frequency of the moon, whereas you can in a lot of other situations, like
when
in electronics and signal processing.
it's phased full, it's just the halo around it from out here. The gas and pressure out here, and the frequencies. There's nothing in there. Likewise with Venus and that, you see it phasing. It's not the actual Venus, it's what's out here. It's the halo around it forming. And it's
So, the phase we see of the moon or the planets has got nothing to do with the light shining on it while we see a darkness on the edges of it because of which direction the light's coming from. That's how we understand it. But he's not even thinking of that. He's all this other crap.
that's how it works.
Well, we see we would see phases of Mercury and Venus. I don't know if I don't know if we can see a little bit of phasing on Mars or not, and apparently we don't see any by the time you get out to Jupiter.
Earth is physical, this is hell. Above Earth is heaven. Non-physical. The non-physical is unseen creation phasing into the physical realm, then phasing back out. The planets are showing us what we are, and that is spirit, energy, given body in the physical world. This is going in and out during reincarnation. So we go out into the non-physical, back into the physical. We're doing this, and this is the phasing of the planets is doing this. They're showing us. Same thing. We are physical with
I
an
want some of
unseen
what this
halo,
guy's smoking.
our arc of horizon. As we move, our arc moves, and everything falls down as we move away. Move down in that arc. We come back, it moves up in our arc. This is how it works. Globers like to tell you you live on a globe, that's why it's going around, that's why it disappears around the other side of the globe. They try and tell you that. But no, it's your arc of horizon on a flat earth, your halo. You move, it goes like this. So, but the planets, etc., are non-physical with a physical halo. We are inverted to creation, being physical. But whatever goes on up there is opposite to us. And all the magic is happening in here.
Oh,
Two
magic
forces
now.
meeting
Yeah.
to create what you could call plasma. The energy. It's unseen. And it's just like the human brain. So this shape is the human brain. We see the sun here. And that's our pineal gland, isn't it? We don't have plasma forming inside our brains, nor do they have plasma forming here. It's all a projection, all based on frequencies.
I hope we don't have
layers,
plasma forming in our
atmospheric layers.
brain. Well,
Cannot
not
get
the
out.
sort of plasma he's talking
Strong
about.
magnetic
No.
field. Back to this. So there's the sun shining this way. But this,
Yeah, the sun only shines
sits
one
is
way.
like an egg.
Yeah, that's right, Des. Look at him reading his
It's
own
depicted in
writing
the
like
great
it's factual.
Roman Colosseum, but it's more
Oh, he wrote it.
elliptical, and it's layered. It's layered. It's inverted to this though. See, it's up, above. It's layered, tiered seating like this, representing the planets, and the sun being at the bottom in that case, and the egg shape down below, the sun, and the planets fanning away from it, and it has the wall around the backside, representing the breastplate. It's tucked into the Milky Way. The Milky Way is in here. It's the Milky Way
Oh, I thought you said there was a black hole behind it,
up
not
there.
a wall.
Yeah, I thought there was supposed to be a black hole
So we have
somewhere
three
in there.
systems going on in here. We have the major vortex,
This
He's
guy is
lost-
a
all the
genius.
background stars.
He's lost
probably-
he's lost his
probably
black
I'm in
the
awe.
size of salt from the ocean. And the vortex being flushed up.
There's an egg,
Just
so we know
use
it's
your
science. Yeah,
imagination
we
there.
know that, Fred. There
Then
is
you
an
have the
egg.
Milky Way. So you have all the stars in there. And then you have what's going on in the planets in there, around there. Another trinity really, isn't it? So these on elliptical tilts during the seasons. That's the elliptical tilt of the planets due to the vortex. Seem to suction.
The one thing I've always been noticing with him, he never compares it to the scale of what we do see. Like he draws it on his scale on the board and says, okay, this is what we see, or this is what it is. But no comparison to what we actually see. There's no scaling analogies or anything.
Well, of course, I can tell you. I can give you one scale. The distance from the centre to the dotted line round the middle is 10,000 kilometres, and the distance from the dotted line round the middle to the outside edge should be 10,000 kilometres. But he never see. Unlike all the others who really don't want to address the stuff in the sky, he doesn't seem to want to address the stuff on the ground. Yeah. He draws boobs. He draws bums, boobs, and bottoms.
Down here,
Correct.
vortex moving, swish, 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 and the seasons changing like this. 3 months down, 3 months up to equinox, 3 months up, 3 months back down to equinox. At the same time, it's turning. And there's the seasonal changes. And then the different elliptical positions of the planets. That's why they're called wandering planets. Because they're not only doing this, reflected out here.
Stop a second, Terry. They're not called wandering planets at all, you numpty. Planets in Greek literally means wandering stars.
Renee said there's somebody's playing music in the background. Not us. I can't hear any music.
Not us. Definitely not me.
No, we can't hear any music.
No, I just took my headphones off as well. I can't hear any music.
No music here.
Oh.
So the elliptic angle is going to change its positions, configurations as it turns.
You got music playing?
Up and down for the season.
You don't have music playing, do you?
Terry?
Yeah.
Okay.
Irene hasn't got something playing in the background, has she?
Not that I can hear.
That's what I'm saying.
It's turned down really low.
You don't have to.
I mean, I can slightly hear sound coming from her room, but if it's that soft, it would be hardly noticeable.
I think you are picking up whatever Irene is listening to. And then when you talk, because you're lighting up all the time. And when you talk, I think then your microphone is
picking it up.
Out.
Okay, I've moved away from the source of any other sounds, so I don't know if what's going to be heard now or not. But I can't see how to be picking it up from in there because it's so soft you can hardly hear it.
Yeah, the trouble is sometimes the microphone, when you're not speaking, the system turns the microphone, because it's doing auto detect, basically the system turns the audio gain way up. Because it's doing automatic gain control.
Yeah, that's weird that. What's going on? It's very low. I heard a bit of talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was on my side. That was on my side. I'm just checking to see because usually we'd never hear anything coming from anywhere else in the house when I'm on here. So that's unusual.
But it's normally a different time of day, isn't it?
Well, usually the other bedroom doors shut a little bit more, and you don't hear any other sound coming from any other room in the house. That's weird. Never had a problem there before. Oh.
And as well as turning. So the seasonal changes we have down here, now calling perigee, closer to Earth, the southern summer, southern December solstice, as it turns winds its way all the way back up, the equilibrium, equinox, then starts winding back up to apogee. It'll be a shorter elongation than the southern one. That's why we find Venus's longest elongation, because the sun's tilts out here to the 45.
I thought it was somebody else, Alan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was Renee and me. Had me going there for a minute.
Back up to dead centre of the equator. That's shorter than that, isn't it? We see its longest elongation in November.
He has no idea what any of these words actually mean in their astronomical terms, does he?
No, definitely.
That's how the sun works. It's got the breastplate. You have to understand that. We don't spin around the sun. Absolute garbage. Southern field, tropic region, northern field. This is why it's difficult to draw a flat earth map, because it'll all be distorted out here. We can do it though, but we have to be very big to get all the continents drawn in the small northern hemisphere.
So he's
But why is the sun smaller than the...
Yeah, that's what I was just going to pick. I was going to pick up on a couple of things there. You go, Alan.
I was going to say, where's the middle smaller than the outer? When we know the distance, when we know the north-south distances, we measured the distance from the middle to the equator to be 10,000 kilometres, and we pretty much measured the distance from the equator out to the other end as 10,000 kilometres.
Hmm. Yeah, the other bit that's
10,000.
Sorry.
I think it's actually 10,010 kilometres to the nearest kilometre, but you know, close enough.
Close enough. Yeah, the other bit that's confusing me is the bit where he's got the sun doing that perihelion, aphelion crap as it circles around creating seasons, but yet he says the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn for those areas, for the weather there, is created by the toroidal fields that he's got going through the centre of the equator. Are they creating the seasons, or is the sun creating the seasons?
Remember, his toroidal fields aren't actually toroidal.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I'm thinking too much.
Because he has the field lines come up, down, and they're actually a figure of 8. And that is not
but he has mentioned about the temperature to do with why you have ice and cold air, like seasons type stuff. But then he says the sun does its aphelion for the seasons.
Yeah, well, you know.
Okay.
But if you'll still follow these longitudes on these angles, and the latitudes will be the same. So you can locate the continents out here quite easily and more precisely, and know if you leave here, you're going to go around like this to get to there, as opposed to going in a straight line. They've now created on a spinning ball, where they've taken the two curving fields like this.
I wonder if he's picked up on the great circle routes that have been projected onto a flat map compared to onto the globe map. Because you have the curved look.
I just can't understand how this guy can live in the southern hemisphere.
Yeah, I definitely can't. We see a few things that more than what the northern hemisphere see. They completely screw over the flat Earth map stuff. On the northern hemisphere side, yeah, you could, but not the southern.
Spun them around, flipped them up, so they now look vertical around a ball. But as we know in nature, nothing is straight. So straight away you know that's BS. This is reality.
Hang on.
No, it's not reality. It's just a drawing on a blackboard.
Lines of longitude and latitude are only straight because we define them as being essentially a straight line on a. We define them as being a straight line on a spherical surface.
Yeah.
And they're only straight because that's how we define the damn things. So of course they're not natural.
So I can do one. I'm not going to waste hours and hours and days doing a map for nothing. This is the only argument flat spinning ballers have.
He could be living with his mum, Fred. Yeah. You just know this guy's mum gave up on him moving out decades ago. Yeah, we never thought about that one. He still lives with his mum.
Where's your map? Where's your flat earth map? That's all they've got. I can debunk everything else they've got. There's the flat earth. This is why. The average guy can't understand a distorted southern atmosphere, southern hemisphere. If they can't get their head around that, they're never going to understand that, are they? No. So
you can't even get your head around it, let alone
it's mind control.
trying to explain
It's worked because they all think they live on a spinning ball, so the mind control's worked. Can they prove that doesn't work when they believe they live on a spinning ball? No, it worked. It's all mind control. They control you. They control everything. That's how it goes.
But that goes back to my original argument with all these flat earthers when they put that crap out about the spinning ball and the earth and everything. I say, well, we learnt that 1 + 1 = 2. You haven't been, Lindsay hasn't explained why 1 and 1 = 2 yet. That's the difference.
I've shown this in previous videos, but I did a lot of earlier videos on the Egyptians. I know what they're on about. I know what everything's all about. Everything they've left us. Especially the layout of Cairo, the three pyramids. You might want to check out my earlier videos. I'll show you this.
He's shilling himself.
This is basically what's happening inside the vortex here, and the strong magnetic field.
Or has he got some other thing now? Oh, his magnet thing.
They sit within this field in here. They move up and down like this. It's the moon moving up to the sun moving back down.
He has to use toroidal magnets and put a bloody metal bar or something down the middle of it to stop them flying off sideways.
Yeah.
And you'll also notice that on those toroidal magnets, the poles are either side, not centre to the outside.
That's right.
Down. But the sun's stationary. Imagine this is the sun. Doesn't fall off as a bar. This is a rod of iron. And that's how it works.
How? What?
Pretty cool.
Got no idea how that connects to that.
At the moment, off the top of my head. Thanks
Good.
for watching.
Yeah, good. Your video's finished. It's only 20. Oh no, it's 17.
Well, that was
13.
that.
It was 17.
Well, that was absolutely fascinating.
Yeah, it always is, Renee. Me, it always is fascinating. What else do you expect?
You've got a naked Bill in the side chat.
Yeah, I noticed that. How does a naked Bill get in the side chat? Who would you be, Bill? If you're subbed, I'd know you then. We'll see what Bill's got to say.
Well, yeah. I mean, some people don't. Some people don't display their their subscriptions, do they? So
Nah.
you wouldn't know if they were subbed or not.
Oh, he's saying, what was that? Well, that was Lindsay. don't you know? You don't, just Lindsay need to meet a lady. He needs to get out more, that's for sure. You thought I was, okay. That's I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. And I didn't know if you were new or not. I can't remember everyone's name. Her death said I was riveted to my seat for that one.
pot rivets, I hope. So yeah, so they were quick to apply.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I want to duck out for a minute, but I don't want to. I'd have to end the stream otherwise because we haven't got enough people to carry on or share anything else. That'd be the issue too.
I don't know if I could share anything.
Yeah. Are you still hanging in there, Alan, or or is the daylight coming and you don't want to go home?
The sun's come out now.
Oh, okay.
I kind of wish I'd realised at 3 o'clock, and then I could have gone out and maybe done a time lapse.
If there was no cloud.
I don't think there is any cloud because, like, the sun's come out, Terry. Oh, there's some cloud, but it looks like it's the sort of cloud that would make for it's that medium level fluffy cumulo stuff. That,
is it? Okay.
That moves fairly quickly and makes for a nice time lapse.
Okay. It's usually the fluffy ones that drop a little bit of wet stuff.
Yeah, but it is May the 1st. Oh.
The 2nd?
No, it's not. It's May the 1st.
Yeah, over there.
Oh, shit. No, it's May the 2nd. Oh, buggeration, I'm going to be in trouble. You know what today is, don't you?
Don't you have Mother's Days or anything coming up?
No, I think
not that.
We've already
Okay.
had Mother's Day.
Yeah.
No, it's somebody's birthday.
A sibling?
No, worse than that.
Not your own.
No, that wouldn't matter. Me forgetting my own birthday wouldn't be a problem, would it?
So it's worse than a sibling's birthday, but not your own.
And it's not my mum's birthday for another month.
Right. Yeah, that's a sibling. Yeah, that covers all all your relatives.
No.
It's a relative.
No, siblings.
Siblings are your children. Yeah.
Siblings are my brothers and sisters.
Okay.
Yes, it might be one of those. That not my mother and not a sibling. So it might be a
offspring.
Yes, it might be an offspring's birthday today.
An offspring that may have two little rugrats.
An offspring that might have two little rugrats. Yeah.
John's birthday's tomorrow. Why do you have it today, John? We're free today. I don't know if I'm free tomorrow.
Oh, apparently it's Mother's Day next week everywhere in the world, according to one's death.
Yeah, I knew it was coming up.
Oh, happy Mother's Day, baby.
That's
not today.
Yeah,
it's coming up. Because I remember May. It's usually in May sometime.
2 weeks. Okay. Well, you know us men and dates.
Mother's Day for us is the 9th of May.
Yeah. But apparently one's death claims that Mother's Day is the same everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay.
Oh, it's Father's. I
just got admonished by my wife. She's like, "Dear, I just wished her happy Mother's Day, thinking it was Sunday." And she's like, "Dear, that's not for another 2 weeks."
Yeah, it is. It's Monday, the 9th.
Just got admonished.
It's on the 9th
here.
Yeah. Just tell her, Renee, it's Mother's Day every day.
Yeah, there you go. It's Mother's Day every day, baby.
Okay.
That'll win you some brownie points.
Yeah, unless you get points deducted for sucking up.
Yeah, that's obvious sucking up is usually obvious, though, isn't it?
Well, let's just admit it, guys. When it comes to dates, we suck, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Well, that's why
Yeah,
they
oh, yeah,
invented.
and have you got
That's why
people
they
tomorrow,
invented.
John?
That's why they invented calendars, Renee and me. So you've got a calendar to go by. You can't rely on our memory.
Yeah. God,
Yeah,
nothing would get
true
done
that.
if we just had to rely on our memories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that, Death? Mother's Day is Father's Day, isn't? Trying to see what the context that was.
That's the same worldwide.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, if you
I think
guys,
one of them was
if you
different.
guys have had enough of this, because I want to duck out for a little while, and there's no point
Terry's
leaving
got to go to the
shop.
Terry's got to go to the servo or somewhere to get some smokes, isn't he? I very
No.
I very nearly said fags, but then I remembered we have a kind of American audience here as well. So
Yeah,
I thought
that type of F word doesn't relate too well either. Oh, well, we'll play around again another night. If we do an impromptu stream, it'll be my later on night. So it'll be, for USA, it'll be still early hours in the morning, because it's East Coast,
Yep.
1:30 over there. Alan's in the morning at the moment at 6:30. It's always a bugger for me to do a live stream. I'd have to do my live stream here in the middle of my day, like about 11 o'clock in the morning or something, or 10:30, 11. Because Jose used to do his after shows, or do his show later, and then I was able to piggyback off the back of those type of people, doing their live streams, and then I just do a bit of an after show. Yeah. So I could always do that impromptuly some days.
Because it's just coming up on 3:30 in the afternoon for you, isn't it, Terry?
Pardon? I missed the last bit what you said.
I said it's just coming up on 3:30 in the afternoon for you.
Well, it's the same. Yeah, it's the same minutes for you, but it's 3:26 and not 6:26.
Yeah.
That's why I try to tell Davros and people like that this is the correct time, because UK's 6:26, we're 3:26, and USA East Coast is 1:26. So to me, works out good having the time worked out that way.
It's still a little early for. I mean, it's still a little early for us. I mean, the only reason why I am here chatting is because I fell asleep in my armchair at about 8 o'clock and then woke up at 3 in the morning, having essentially had a good night's sleep.
Yeah. Well, the chair's comfy, you're comfy. Why move? How do we join the chat for next time? That's a technical question, Aaron. How do you join the... You're in the chat, Aaron. What sort of chat you talking about? He said, how do I join the chat for next time? Which chat?
I take it they mean voice chat.
Which voice chat? You mean the stream, coming on the stream, or voice chat in Discord?
Yeah, voice chatting on the stream. I guess.
I don't know. That's too technical, Renee, and me, because
you don't
even get your avatar up, which is a fine on this channel. You know that. and this was my test.
Don't kill me here. Please don't kill me here, Terry.
This was my test stream coming back live again on YouTube, and Alan was okay. John was okay. Even Bob the Science Guy was okay. And Renee Me comes along and okay.
Sloppy as hell.
Yeah. You did have an avatar, or you do have one? I
do. I don't know where it went.
Oh, yeah, I can't remember what one you had, even.
It was a Batman statue.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Oh, you'll sort it out for another time.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
if you're gonna be breaking this one down here a little bit, probably what am I gonna do? I'm gonna head over to Jim's Discord server and see if I can't stir up a little crap.
Yeah, I know. Every time I go over there, I don't
Like
want
I always
to.
like I
You
always
always
do.
do. Yeah. Yeah. I never get in the middle of these because there's too many people wanting to jump in, and I just let them go. I'll wait till the conversation quietens down a little bit so I can get in.
Right.
But
Yeah.
just sometimes it's just not worth trying to. Because I've got an outside voice I could use, which I don't like to use, and I don't want to use that on there to start yelling over people and whatever.
Mm. Totally understood.
Yeah. I'm old enough and wise enough to be polite, and my ego's not there in the front to say, okay, I've got to get my words out and my opinion's got to come out, and you're wrong, I'm right. Yeah, there you go. Oh, it's Discord still. What do you mean it's Discord still? I've always had Discord. Oh, I get it. I thought Parole was a new app for streaming. I'm such a goose. Well, I had my YouTube strike, so I just, just a bit of a pun. Test stream on Parole. And I'll be test streaming on Parole for the next couple of streams until I make sure everything's up and running properly. Oh, well, we'll leave it there, Alan. This was just a bit of a fourth test, nearly. You got one, and
Yeah.
I got a couple.
Yeah, I'm sure that would have confused people who are sub to my channel as well.
Yeah. Well, I did get a few people coming in on one of my first ones after I did your one. There was a couple of people that turned up. Sean Hawkins typed something in there, and somebody else. I can't remember who the other person was. No, Aaron, everything's in Discord, but you'll have to come into Discord sometimes, and I'll just check because some people's roles haven't got the certain roles to do things, so I'll have to check that over there next time. All right, then I'll let you go. Well, thanks, Alan, for whatever you did. Thanks, Renee. Me and John. I don't know where he is. I think John's fallen asleep.
John, he's probably up underneath this kitchen table, curled up in a little ball with a pillow.
No, it's beer o'clock over here for us, so it'll be more or less something like that. Which is going to be beer.
John Stock did say he had a power outage, so he might have had another power outage, which might have disappeared off again.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but he's still here on the screen.
Oh, yeah, he is, isn't he?
Maybe he's just having a momentary lapse of reason.
Yeah, like I just.
He said his mic's out. He's lost his mic.
Ah.
Your mic's out.
Yeah.
Okay. Your mic. Yeah, your mic. You got to calibrate your mic. Put it back in.
Dancing. He's dancing like Jagger.
Hey, Peter. Hey, when are you coming back on, Peter? You know your secretarial role's going to have to be re-advertised out there on the employment office. Yeah, put your mic back in your pants, John. All right, then I'll let you go. We'll catch us later. Thanks everyone out there.
All right, mate.
It was Death and Marble. Oh, Blue Marble came back. I've had enough of Jim's server. The mods over there are horrible. Kosho muted Page Shills for no reason 20 minutes ago, so screw 'em. Yeah, I know, Blue. It's ridiculous over there. If only we had another Discord server where we could round up people and still have a conversation. I'll leave you with that one. Alright, night everyone. See you next time. You'll check notifications and whatever to know when I'm streaming.